We're back, and today we've got episode 4 of the Ironman adventure. As always, if you did miss the last episode, episode 3, then this is what happened. So we went ahead and crafted a lot of minions just to get more minion slots. We did some other general maintenance work on the minions. We went ahead and crafted both compactors and diamond spreadings for all of our minions. We did quite a lot of foraging, both to get the medium storage and the wood affinity talisman. We also made some big upgrades to our Raider's Axe. We also finally tried our hand in dungeons and we got a few levels. And finally we started to do some commissions in the Dwarven Mines. Anyway, it was pretty productive. We've got a lot on our to-do list in this episode, so let's not waste any time. If you do want to enjoy the video and you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. I put a lot of time into these videos and I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. Also, you should leave a like on the video, it lets me know that you actually enjoy the videos and it also boosts the video in the algorithm. And finally, my Discord server is the top link in the description, there's really no reason not to join. Anyway, let's get into the video, I hope you all do enjoy. Okay, so back on the island, we've still got our utensils out from the mining in the last episode. Nevertheless, what I think I'm going to focus on straight away at the start of this episode is getting a bit of a pumpkin farm built so we can get towards those farmer boots. We'll also sort of get our farming level up as well, which will definitely not, definitely not go amiss. In the meantime, I have been collecting these minions when I've basically had time. I've been doing the experimentation table when I've had time. But yeah, it's time to crack on, there's no time to lose. It's going to be tedious, but let's do it. I mean, luckily we actually have a magical water bucket, so I guess that'll make it a little less bad. And without the mushroom collection for a flying potion, this is going to be difficult. Okay, so I think it's actually 1,000 mushroom collections, so I guess it's probably worth doing that so we can at least fly when we build the pumpkin farm. I feel like that could be a massive help, and it'd be very difficult to do otherwise. Obviously people have done it, but we can get all the help that we can get. I guess this is where it starts. Okay, that actually didn't take as long as I thought. We've got the recipe for magical soup, so yeah, let's make it. This one only lets us fly for 2 minutes, so we're gonna have to brew quite a lot of these, I guess. Okay, so we've got our dirt. We probably need more pumpkin seeds. We've got our flying soup. We have our magical water bucket, so I think that is pretty much it to get a pumpkin farm going. It's not going to be a massive one, we're just going to make one to sort of get us by for now, and then we might extend in the future. So we've got like 2 hours of flight, which hopefully should be enough. Okay, I think I massively underestimated how much dirt I'm actually going to need, considering I have 58 left and I've literally done like 1 strip of the farm. Yeah, okay. Also, just realised, I think I've done this wrong as well, which is not great. So, as I'm sure most of you will know by now, we've got a bit of a deal going on. We're actually trying to beat the population of San Marino in subscribers, okay? The population of San Marino is roughly about 30k. We're calling it 30k, which coincides with YouTube rank. Okay, so if we get to YouTube rank, if we get to that 30k subscriber mark, we'll actually go to San Marino for a video, and we can actually say that we've basically got more subscribers than the population, which we will have if that's the case. So what I'm trying to say is this is your cue to subscribe. Give you about 2 seconds. That little subscribe button below the video won't hurt anyone to press it. Anyway, back to it. So it's a little bit random. I know I said I was working on the farm, and I still am. Although I keep forgetting. I can actually now craft. Pretty sure there's another talisman I can craft with enchanted emeralds, which is the emerald ring. There it is. I keep forgetting to do it, and I wanted to get it on camera, so there it is. Anyway, back to the farm. I've just realised we can actually buy a dirt one because we do have 1 Jacob's ticket. We got it like in the 1st or 2nd episode. We were just randomly farming and we got it. So we might as well buy a dirt one. At least it'll save us going back and forth. Okay, our first purchase from an eater. Let's get it. There we go. It actually cuts the cost in half, which sort of on an Ironman early game is actually pretty good. I've just realised you need a builder's one to even use this. Well, what a waste of a Jacob's ticket. Is it even possible for us to get a builder's one on this profile? I assume probably not. Okay, it is, but we need to buy a booster cookie in order to get the bits. Obviously, I'm not going to spend money on this profile because that would be, a little bit stupid. Problem is, the booster cookie is like over 3 mil and we currently have 79k to our name. So I guess what we're finding out is we're not getting discounted dirt, which is a travesty. Like, I've just spent 4k on dirt, okay. Considering I only had like 79k, it's bad. Anyway, at this point I'm just delaying. We need to get on with it. Okay, so I've actually encountered quite a big issue. So at the moment, this is what I've built. I'm gonna start filling it in, just so we have like a small farm going, just to start off with. This is the issue though, right? Okay, when it's night, this whole section is just completely filled with mobs, making it almost impossible to work on. We need a repelling candle. Problem is, Repelling Candle requires 25k Acacia collection, or Acacia. I can never say that word. Acacia, whatever. Yeah, we need literally 25k collection, which is probably going to take a decent amount of time, but we need to do it nevertheless. So I'm going to try and fill this in so we can at least start farming some pumpkins, and then once we have the collection, I can extend it without being pestered by mobs. I'm also planning, hopefully, to do the furry souls in this video, so yeah. It's all fun and games. Okay, this is what I mean by the issue. I'm just trying to hoe all of the ground, and I literally can't because I'm getting hit by everything. So I don't know whether we need to maybe. Why don't I just put lights down? Okay, so believe it or not, it's taken me like an hour and 20 minutes to build this. Like a very small section of the farm. It's going to provide more pumpkin than the minion when it grows. So. You know, it's better than nothing, but for now this is how we're going to keep it. I do definitely plan to expand it in the future, but it's just not practical at the moment. I need that repelling candle before I can really properly expand. So that means that we need Acacia collection, and a lot of it, but at the same time we also need to do furry souls, so yeah. Okay, so I've got the furry soul mod on Badline, and I'm going to attempt to try and get as many as we can. I know I'm not going to be able to get them all because literally I'm doing it with these ender pearls. I don't have an AOTE, so we'll see how it goes. I thought building that farm was painful, and I don't even know how painful this is going to be. In fact, I do. Very painful. So I'm not going to lie, this is actually quite difficult. At the moment, I'm just having to get more ender pearls, so yeah, we're here in the end. Okay, it's quite a few hours later, and a couple of days later as well, and yeah, we have 151 out of 238, which I know is not great, but at the same time, I mean, it's pretty much as I can, number one, take doing at the moment, and some of them I just can't do. Well, at the moment, for instance, the end. The only means I have of transporting is an ender pearl, and obviously that will attract zealots when I'm down in the dragon's nest, and I just get literally 2 tapped. So I've only done 1 fairy soul in the end, which is not, you know, not great, but we'll come back to that at some point. Then the miscellaneous ones, there'll be fishing in dungeons and so on, so they're sort of ones you get as you go along. Deep caverns was one that I couldn't get. Just couldn't find it, couldn't get to it. Dwarven mines I've tried, but it's so difficult. I'm going to have to come back to that as well. I need to watch a video to sort of just clear up the rest of them. The park, there's one that I just couldn't find as well. The hub, there's a few that I was struggling to get to underneath the map, so I just sort of moved on for now. Farming Islands, the same. There's a few that I couldn't get to. It's all pretty much the same. Crimson Isles I can't even get to yet, and that's got 29, so that's a big chunk. Spider's Den, almost all of them, but most of them are underground, which I can't really go to because I'll die. Dungeon Hub are difficult to get to, really annoying. Gold Mine, almost all of them, and then Jerry's Workshop. We'll have to come to that when he comes around next time. So, all in all, not too bad. We need to go and actually claim them. So we took all of our armor off and we got, what, 233 health, base health. So we're going to collect all the fairy souls and see what we end up after we've collected all of them. Okay, so that's taken us to 533 base health, and it's also given us quite a nice defense and strength buff as well, so it's made us a little bit stronger. Can't really turn that down, to be honest. And also, especially for the redstone minion, like, it's going to be able to hold way more, and this fills up so quickly. Okay, so we already had enough wood in our chest to do 7 of the 10, so we need to buy around about 20 enchanted oak or something like that. There's actually a limit. I didn't think about that. So we might have to go mining for some more oak wood at some point in the near future. We also need to sort of get acacia chopping as well for the repelling candle. Yeah. Foraging is on the horizon. Okay, so the plan at the moment is to mine enough oak wood in order to finish off the medium storages for our minions, and then move on to acacia collection to get the repelling candles so we can actually farm and build a bigger farm. Okay, that should just about do. Also, just had a thought, with lapis armor we now have 858 health, which means we should, in theory, be able to upgrade our campfire badge, if I'm correct, I think. We're going to give it a go anyway. Okay, so we got it upgraded to uncommon. I think it's actually literally 1 trial away from going to rare, I believe. If we click on... Yeah, I think it's 1 trial away from going to rare, but we don't really have enough health, so... We'll come back to this in a few episodes and hopefully we'll be able to do it. Anyway, we've got a lot of acacia to mine, well, chop, so there's no time to waste. So for the last 25 to 30 minutes I've been chopping wood non-stop. I feel like a lumberjack, and we've only got 6k out of the 25k that we need just for a repelling candle. It's gonna be a fun night. Okay, so we've just hit 10k collection. We need another 15k, but I can't really handle doing this for much longer at a time. With the jungle axe, obviously it's better than a normal golden axe, but it's still tedious without a tree cap, it really is. But we've made some decent progress towards it, so we're just going to put this on hold for now and come back to it once I have a little bit more patience, probably in the next episode, but yeah. Okay, so at the moment I've gone back to working on the farm because I realised like it wasn't very practical. Number one, I need to do something down here so that the pumpkin grows and be productive, and number two, like, I didn't have anything at the side, so I was literally just gonna not be able to mine it properly. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, this episode has actually taken me so long so far, and I feel like I've hardly even recorded anything, but a lot of the stuff that I've been doing has just been boring and tedious. In other news, we actually finally sort of finished this section of the farm, so we're gonna harvest some pumpkins and yeah, just see what it's like. Okay, so I don't know how well this is going to work without farmer's boots. I don't know why there's a random torch there. I mean, I'm going to go very slow, but at least it's sort of like an insta mine, I guess. Well then, we're still like, what? Over almost 40k collection off, which is, I mean, we're getting there, but it's so slow. It really is slow progress. So I've just realised we haven't actually done our commissions in this episode of Iron Man, so, yeah, I feel like we've got to sort of do it. I mean, I've done so much, but just not much content out of it. Like I said, I've done the furry souls, not all of them obviously, but that took a big chunk of time because some of them were so tedious to get. And then obviously I've built that farm, which is literally like that, believe it or not, literally took me over 2 hours to make just because there's no builder's wand. Yeah, it's pretty bad, but anyway, commissions. Okay, so we need a goblin raid and mine 10 titanium in the Rampant's quarry. I don't even know where that is, so I'll have to find out. I've just realised I haven't actually collected my rewards. We'll take that. That was 100k mining XP, which almost takes us to mining 20, which is pretty cool, to be honest. Okay, that's the 10 titanium mined. Still hasn't been a goblin raid, so I guess we'll collect that and see what else we can get. Okay, so we'll claim that. What's this? Slay 50 ice walkers. I guess we can do that. Okay, so we've killed the Ice Walkers, still waiting for a Goblin Raid, it's not coming around. Okay, so now we've got to mine 350 mithril. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we finally did the commission. That literally took me like half an hour to mine 350 mithril. I have no idea how, but that was just so tedious. Everything's just been tedious in this episode, it really has. Okay, so we'll go ahead and collect that. I'm going to stop with the commissions for now because this Goblin Raid is just not happening, and I've been mining now for too long and I just can't take any more of it. Okay, so this episode's been a little bit disjointed. I've done a little bit of everything. Nevertheless, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off by going to the end and seeing how much of a damage increase we actually got from the furry souls, because obviously you get strength as well as health. So we were previously doing about 2.7k damage. We also have got quite a decent amount more wood collection as well, so that should do wonders really. So 3.4k on like the first hit. So we can actually almost one-hit them on a crit if we obviously kill them on the first hit and don't get hit by them first. So that's not too bad. They're actually sort of grindable at the moment, which is very nice. Obviously there's not really much point in zealots on this, like I don't need dragon armor at all. And then a dragon pet would be nice, but obviously that's going to be way in the future if I can ever actually be forced to grind dragons, which I assume there probably will be a day. But for now we can grind the Enderman, hopefully get an Enderman pet, which could obviously help us out quite a lot. Also we can try and get some Ender Armor so that we can grind them more efficiently. Obviously we'll be stronger with Ender Armor because it just is good in the end. But we could really do with the Ender Pearl collection, to be honest. If we could get aspects of the end as soon as possible, that would be fantastic. Also, when we actually do get down to doing more damage towards the Zealots, you've got the Obsidian Defenders, who obviously give you Obsidian collection as well, which is very useful towards the tree cap. So it is, you know, it's a good place to be strong in, so hopefully we can try and get some Ender Armor. So I think in the next episode we may just focus more on one skill for the full episode. That way we may be able to see a bit more of a noticeable sort of change. Obviously this episode, like I said, is a little bit different because we've not really been focused on skills as such or coins or anything like that. It's more been furry souls and getting the farm built. So I don't know, not sure exactly what I'm going to be grinding in the next episode, but I guess we'll soon find out. Okay, so I've been grinding these Endermen for quite a while. I've actually got almost, well, over 30k just in coins and a lot of enchanted ender pearls. I was looking I've actually not even done a spooky event on this Ironman profile yet, which is a little bit disappointing. The next one's in 23 hours and 4 minutes. It's currently 1:30 in the morning, so that means it'll literally be 2:30 in the morning for me to do a spooky event, and there's no chance I'm going to be able to do that unless it's weekend. That's not good at all. It's a little bit annoying. Okay, we've now got 50k coins in our purse and we've still just got ender pearls, so we're gonna sort of call it a day for now because I've been grinding them for like almost an hour, which is just ridiculous. Although what we do have is just a ton of enchanted ender pearls, which isn't a bad thing to be fair. I also built this AFK pool on this little bit of the island because, well, pumpkins need to grow when you have to be on the island, so you don't really have any other option. Anyway, this is going to be just about the end of the video. As always, I do appreciate the support in this series and I hope you all did enjoy this one. It may not turn out to be as long as the others, but that might not be a bad thing at the same time. As I said, I think we're going to focus more on maybe one specific area of the game in the next episode to make it a little bit almost easier to watch. Anyway, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you do leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.